Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called these charges after South Africa filed a lawsuit against Israel in the Upper Court of South Africa, claiming that Israel has been genocide in Gaza. I want to say a word about South Africa's wrong accusation of Israel's genocide.at. A cabinet meeting in Netanyahu. Hamas could only kill us all if he could do. Netanyahu added. Israel's October 7 surprise attack after the Palestinian militant group promised to eliminate. Netanyahu's words responded to a case that accused Israel of genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza in South Africa's International Court of Justice last week. Netanyahu argued that Israel's army was morally as possible because it required an attack against Hamas in Gaza, and that he did everything to avoid damaging civilians. According to the Ministry of Health, operated by Hamas, more than 21,500 Palestinians have been killed, including many women and children since October. The Biden administration strongly supported Israel after Hamas October 7 attacks, but in recent weeks, U.S. officials increased their calls to pay attention to protecting civilian life in Israel's coastal settlement. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, Defense Secretary Llyod and Joint Chief General Staff C.Q. Brown Jr.Many White House officials, including, visited Israel at beginning of this month, and country is lower intensity war stage. Austin said in Tel Aviv at the beginning of this month. We also have some wonderful thoughts about how we will go into lower density and more surgical operation than high density operations, he said. At the beginning of this month, President Biden criticized Israel's campaign in Gaza as randomly vague and suggested that Netanyahu did not agree with some perspectives. The leaders' two allied countries shared disagreements on the potential role of Palestinian Authority to rule a post-war Gaza, and Netanyahu greatly rejected expectation leadership. Netanyahu said in his statements on Sunday, Hamas, using them as human shields, civilians is doing everything to damage. Netanyahu said in his statements on Sunday, Israeli military leaders for a long time Hamas'ın civilians Israel a shield against the fire. Such hospitals, refugee camps and places of worship. Such positioning in the vicinity of positioning. He argued. In presentation of the International Court of Justice last week, South Africa asked Hague-based court to give a temporary order to stop Israel's attacks in Gaza. According to the Associated Press, South Africa claims that Israel's actions and negligence is a character with the intention of destroying Palestinians in Gaza. Netanyahu rejected the allegations of genocide in South Africa on Sunday and rejected the allegations of genocide as nonsense, lie and evil spirit. Netanyahu said the day before, at press conference, Israel did not promise to destroy Hamas. And at a press conference, he did not allow the